Yeah, I think so. And speaking of the community and everyone kind of, they get to be Batman, right? One thing that Batman needs a place to patrol, right? Batman needs to be able to head someplace to make sure that he is keeping it safe. So let's take a look at one of the things that I know everyone is very curious to learn more about, which are our night walk districts and, what exactly it means for the cow holders that have been assigned to the districts. Can you just sort of give us a quick recap on what they are and what our cow holders should be on the lookout for?
Yeah, I can. I'll do a little bit on the evolution, and then Matt can speak to where this is headed. But as we were designing this program and bringing it to our fans, we've all been part of many other NFT projects, and I think part that was missing for me from a lot of these projects is you just feel like one of you know however many, tens of thousands, and as we were building this, we wanted to give build these little neighborhoods or districts where you could be part of a smaller group essentially. And we know, to Matt's point earlier, like we knew fans were going to bond over their cowl specifically, but we thought another fun element would be, to really bring it to life across Gotham City, and that's kind of how Nightwatch was born. But I'll let Matt speak to where this is going.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I think Gotham City is one of the most vibrant characters in Batman, and all of the neighborhoods. Crime Alley, Arkham Asylum. They've got so many. There's so many different storylines and things that have taken place in different places. The big idea with Nightwatch was to cooperate, and also ways to maybe pit different communities within the Bat faction against each other in fun ways. So you're going to see that play out on different platforms as the project evolves, in more than one way. We're really excited about Nightwatch and the sort of story behind it, and how that's going to expand. But I think sort of already again seeing the fans just take this idea and run with it. And if you listen to the way everyone who's in the financial district talks about their being part of that Nightwatch group versus the Narrows versus all of the different other ones, like people are really already starting to form identities, and form storylines and personality and character around their Nightwatch, and that's something that we've been monitoring closely. We've made no secret about the fact that this is going to be a very, very collaborative project. Fans will get to very, very directly influence and vote on storyline in a number of different ways. But I think one of the other things that we're going to be really doing is just watching how organically people are reacting to and sort of expressing their individual identity as cow holders, but then also who they are as these night watch groups, and how the fans are sort of thinking about those is definitely influencing all the things we're thinking about doing with Nightwatch in the future. So there's lots more really fun stuff to come there.
Really
I think
exciting. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
I was just going to jump on a little bit more. I think, what I'm so excited about Nightwatch is, there's definitely some very passionate Batman fans, both in the audience and as cowl holders. There's also some casual Batman fans that might not have read, every issue of DC Comics. And I think what Nightwatch is going to do is allow you a peek into other areas of Batman that you might not have been as familiar with, and maybe pique some curiosity into those districts as those stories start to play out.
Yeah, and really great call too. Gotham City truly is one of the most important elements and characters, honestly, in any Batman story. And I think really utilizing that in the way that you have here, I think it's going to be really exciting for fans and cow holders. Matt, when can the cow holders expect the Nightwatch NFTs and the sort of next step reveals?
Yeah, so I don't have an exact date I can give you guys today. What I can say is it's happening very, very soon. So think days or weeks as opposed to months. But it's gonna be a nice surprise. We're excited to get those out. It's gonna be very, very, very soon.
Amazing. And, I'm so glad that you said surprise and soon, because we actually have a little surprise for the fans that are on the conversation right now. And Matt, I want to know if maybe you would like to give the big reveal on this surprise right now.
Yeah. Well, let me make. Yeah. So I hope it's the right surprise. So yeah, we're going to be joined today by Jim Lee, publisher and chief creative officer of DC Comics. We've got some more amazing stuff to share. Very, very excited and honored to be up here with Jim.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Jim Lee to the stage. Jim, how are you?
Good. I'm great. How are you all?
Fantastic.
Great.
And I
Good to you,
think,
Jim.
yeah. And I think the audience is really excited to have you here and hear about all of this from your perspective. So I'd love to, we spoke a couple of weeks ago about the Bat Cowls, and your excitement about this entire project is infectious. And I'd love for you to talk a little bit about that excitement to get this journey started, and everything that you're excited about with these cowls.
Well, I think first off, getting to know people within the community, organizing them in the night watch districts. I've just been blown away by really the level of customization that I'm seeing online. I think anytime you get into any sort of hobby or passion, there's always the surface sort of top line kind of description of what it is. But then when you really get into it, you see all the modding, the fine tuning, the customization of it all. And these NFTs are no different. And so I've seen a lot of these cowls where the folks have taken some of my artwork, whether it's scans of pencils or fully inked and colored images, and basically reskinned them or added them onto the top part of the cowl itself, and obviously blending it and sort of conforming the image to both the texture and curvature of the cowl itself. And they're stunning. I mean, if I can say so myself, I mean, I feel like it's an odd sort of pat on my own back, but I just really applaud sort of the initiative and the aesthetics that they're bringing to play. And it's just like, it made me think like, wow, why didn't we think of this? So it was really, really awesome seeing that and seeing where people are taking the aesthetics of their cowls and customizing them even more. And obviously, we're very excited to start unlocking sort of the utility, the bat utility of these bat cowls. Like what can collectors and owners look forward to? And I'm excited to share that we've developed a comic book storyline where the owners of the bat cowls will be participants, and in terms of deciding sort of the fate of the storylines, right? Weighing in on creative choices. And so this is a first of its kind, never really been done before project for us. And I think it just really speaks to some of the cool things that we're able to unlock by having this kind of cool technology at our disposal.
Yeah, as a longtime comic reader, the comic development part is such a cool idea, and what a great sort of use of Web3 technology. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's happening with the overarching story and what we can expect from that front?
Yeah, yeah. Look, what one of the fun things that we had going, like as we're developing sort of this program, we wanted to actually seed the cows in the comics themselves. And so there's a panel from a recent Batman issue. I think it came out in April, where we had the artist Jorge Jimenez, I believe it was Jorge, basically incorporate, or was it Ivan Rice? Sorry. Anyway, we had the artist incorporate the bat cowls sort of in the background, and we gave him the reference from the actual NFT cowls, and really kind of setting up this idea that Batman, like any min-maxer, has perfected his bat suit, and he's got a variety of different suits for different occasions, to really press his advantage in any sort of situation. And so this idea that he has taken a sort of modified different bat cowls for different purposes, and actually taken one and added AI to it, and basically got it to a certain point, wasn't super happy with it, put it away, and then finds out one day that someone's broken into the Batcave and stolen that cowl. And so it's a murder. It's a mystery storyline where the readers have to figure out, kind of alongside Batman, what happened, but also as participants in this program, really provide direction and guidance to the storytellers. And so the real challenge will be, how can we make this as seamless and as expeditious a process as possible? I don't know if I can announce who the writer is. I'm checking the screen. No one's saying no. So we got Dan Abnett, is a fantastic writer. He's going to be basically taking point on this project. We got our own Katie Kuber, editor, special projects on this project as well. And the first part of the engagement will really start at the end of June. And this is when all you owners of bat cows out there will get to weigh in and participate in a first of its kind sort of crowdsourced Batman mystery story involving the actual bat cowl as well. So very excited that Dan really crafted this amazing idea that fits into the lore, fits into the program, and allows us to have the creative flexibility and engagement points with our audience, with our fans, to really create something that I'm not even sure entirely where it's going to lead. You all out there are going to help dictate and decide what this story is all about. And so it's going to be a lot of fun as we kind of hear your feedback, your comments, as we kind of work on behind the scenes from our end to take all of those inputs and all those bits of feedback and craft a story that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's amazing. And in Dan and Katie's hands, we know that this project is going to be awesome. Dan, what a great writer. What a cool reveal that we're also learning about that here as well. Do we, when can
one
fans...
other thing.
Yes,
I was going to say, Matt, and then the physical comic book, right? So this is not just a digital play. There'll be a physical comic book that actually comes out this fall. So the effort put into this will actually be seen by all people that are into reading comic books and collecting Batman comic books.
Yeah, this is a real deal. This isn't, not that anything else isn't the real deal, but you're going to have
right.
a physical comic in your hands that you have had a hand in crafting. And what a cool thing to be able to add to the actual legend of Batman. Jim, do you have any idea on when voting will begin? Or Matt and Josh, feel free to jump in here if you might know as well.
Yeah, I said earlier, yeah, towards the end of June.
End of June. Okay, fantastic. And we have a physical comic book coming out. Really exciting. Josh, Matt, could you talk a little bit about how that voting will work?
Yeah, I mean, just high level. It's not just one vote; it'll be a bunch, and it'll take place over a matter of weeks and months as we craft this story together. And every vote will be a little bit different on the kinds of things that we're going to be putting in. As Jim mentioned, we're looking towards the end of June to kick that off, and it'll extend probably likely through the summer.
Amazing. And Jim, from your perspective too, the one thing that I really like that you highlighted was that you don't yet know where the story goes. Like, how fun is that for you as a creator to kind of be in that place and to watch the fans sort of shape a storyline in this way?
I think it's something that I've been toying around with for years now. Ever since the rise of social media and having that direct connection with fans. This idea of sort of crowdsourcing, or it's almost like improv, right? We've got we have the starting point, we have the Bat Cowl mystery, we have Batman, of course, the location. And I think it's a real challenge to the creatives to basically take the different bits of feedback from the audience and use it to guide a story that will hopefully be as interesting and full of twists and turns as a story that they would have crafted on their own. And how do you do that in a way where people feel like they haven't spoiled the story for themselves? So I think there's we have a couple of tricks that we're holding back in how we can continue uh, sort of engaging with the fans, with the Bat Cowl owners, and really deliver something that will take their input, but at the same time surprise and delight them all along the way. So I'm looking forward to seeing the level of engagement, the crazy or interesting choices that the community picks, and then sort of what the creatives behind the work itself, how they take that feedback and figure out the best creative and aesthetic way of representing these ideas. And so, never been done before. So I think there's a little bit of kind of walking along a tightrope aspect to this, and which I think is fun and exciting. If you're a creative and you've been working in comics for a long time, people really respond to new creative challenges, and this certainly would be one that's very topical and very exciting, and something that really is unlocked through this very unique program.
Awesome. Yeah, the improv thing that you mentioned, I think Del Close once said that improv's like building a 747 mid-flight.
Sure, yeah.
And and this very much feels so much like that, like a really cool creative challenge to get everyone kind of like working and saying yes and to each other in this way to find out what everyone can build together.
Right. And I think it
Yeah,
might actually give the fans out there, the back column owners, insight to the creative process, and really give them an appreciation, an understanding of all the challenges that go into crafting, 3-act structure stories, and certainly mystery stories, which I think are another level of complexity on top of a normal story that has a beginning, middle, and end.
absolutely. Well, I think we've had some really cool announcements so far. I want to check back in with Josh and Matt to see if maybe we don't have any other announcements we might want to share with the community today.
Yeah, we have a few more. I'll go first. Matt can go. So we've been hard at work, as I mentioned at the beginning. Just really mapping out the specifics on and securing some of the specifics on all the things that we wanted to do from the beginning. Part of that is the behind the scenes or kind of exclusive content to this community. There's 11,544 cowls, and I think every one of the cowl holders is going to feel very special as we go forward and launch some of these initiatives. The one that I'm excited to announce today is we're locking down. I'm announcing our first exclusive content is going to be a behind the scenes look at the Batman archives. So, if you were at NFTLA back in March, we brought 6 Batmobiles, 12 cowls, 6 bat suits. Those are all housed in a specific building, just down the road from the lot here. And we're going to have our WB historians give a private tour to our cowl holders in a really cool section of the building where we have our cowls held and they're temperature controlled and all of that kind of stuff that goes along with storing those assets. But also just a little bit of the history of how the specific Batmobile came about, or the cowls, or the bat suits, and just going deep into that side of the business. So first of many pieces of exclusive content we're going to offer to the community. I know the Palm team is hard at work building kind of a gated community so that just our cowl holders will be able to enjoy that content. It won't be for everyone. And so that will be happening later this summer. So we'll have some specific dates probably in the next couple of weeks we'll be announcing.
Well, that is really exciting to learn. I'm really excited from a fan perspective, too, to see what that archive looks like. Wow. Matt, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the thing that we've been very heads down on and that we're deploying next is the secondary marketplace on May 31st. So this will be the first chance for anybody who's a cowl holder who wants to list their cowl for sale, or anybody who's got the Batman poster that we did with AMC. They'll also be there for sale. And then the Fandom 2021 NFT disc collection. I know a lot of people have been excited who didn't get to pick one of those up when they dropped it originally last October. We know people will be able to list those as well. And obviously, well, not obviously to everybody, but we've talked about the overdrive mechanic that's coming and how you'll be able to merge and burn those Fandom discs into some new unannounced NFTs that we're excited about. So yeah, we're really excited to finally, reveal this home for all of the DC NFT collections we've created so far. Cowl's obviously being top of that list in terms of the utility and all the things they've got coming. Just a couple more specifics on the marketplace. So the way it will work, it's going to work much like the primary drop for Cowl's did. It will be at first fiat, credit card, or USDC payments. It's all going to still be in the wallet that you've got on nft.dcuniverse.com. Third-party wallet support is on the roadmap that's coming later in the year, but it won't be ready at launch. One other feature that we think is worth mentioning that I know a lot of people have asked about is cash out. When can I take my money out of here if I've sold something? Cash out is probably, it's not months away, it's weeks away, but it's very, very, very soon. If you sell a cowl or you sell a Fandom NFT or the Batman AMC poster, we'll have a credit system. So any money you earn will go into your wallet as credits, and then as soon as cash out is available, you'll be able to take that money out as cash. So that's all there. We're super excited about it. You'll be able to look through the different traits. There'll be rarity sorting, so you'll be able to look at all the different NFT collections in a new way and actually browse through all of the amazing cowls right there on the platform. And then, as time goes on, there's going to be a lot more happening on this platform. It will be a place to buy and sell DC NFTs. There are more collections and more things we have planned on that level that we're very excited about. But such a big part of this community is the community and is the story and the mystery and everything that we've been talking about today. All of those things are going to just be laced through this platform. So it's not going to be kind of your average NFT marketplace. Like if there's pieces of the mystery that might show up here, just like those weird codes, were on the back of the Fandom NFTs. More clues and puzzles and things will keep surfacing through the platform, as well as it being, a really amazing, robust way to buy and sell all of your DC NFTs.
Amazing. Well, I think we have an incredible community of Dark Knight Discord detectives that will be keeping an eye out for all of those clues coming up. What an amazing lineup of reveals today. Tell me a bit too. Yeah.
Hey, Matt, real quick. I just wanted to 100% clarify for the archives. It is a virtual tour. Not that we don't want to host all 11,544 of you on site. I do want to stress it is going to be a virtual tour, but it's going to be very, very special, only seen by our cowl holders, and we're going to be able to do things that really nobody's seen before. So super excited about that. We will have physical experiences coming up throughout the year, and so you'll hear more about those later, depending on which territory you reside in.
Amazing. Yeah, please, everybody, do not try to show up to this. This is virtual. We will not be getting everyone together. But, we are all sort of taking off on this journey right now together. And I just want to open it up to everyone, maybe starting with Jim. What are you most looking forward to as we sort of kick into phase 2 here?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm excited for the marketplace to launch in that I bought 3 cowls, and as fate would have it, 2 of the cowls I have are very, very similar, which is amazing. I should be so lucky out of so many that 2 were similar. So I'm looking forward to actually kind of trading, if that's even possible, or maybe a transaction at $1 with someone else in the community, and maybe I'll toss in an original bat cowl sketch to kind of entice someone to make the trade, so I can kind of diversify what I have. And I need to share. I have one other back call I'll put on Twitter later today, but the folks at Palm NFT Studio and Daz 3D created a custom back cowl. It's based off of the sort of the structures that were available, but they basically applied a texture and color and tried to create a cowl that looked most similar to kind of the ones I've drawn in like Batman Hush or All-Star Batman and Robin. And I think that came out of the fact, they did this secretly, and I was just blown away by their creativity. But that came out of a lot of the discussions that we were having leading up to launching this program of the spectrum, sort of the of different looks that we wanted to have in these cowls. And while there are a lot that are just amazing looking because of the vibrancy of the color or the different textures, I felt like for those of us that wanted something that looked like something from the movies or the comic books themselves, that was an option. And so, we started focusing on archetypal ears, eye shapes, jaw lines, and the one they gave me is just beautiful. It looks like it's almost like carved out of marble when you get in closer. The texture lines are sort of a very subtle weathering that's going on there. So anyway, that's all the stuff I'm excited about. What about you guys?
I mean, I just feel like the whole program, we were so focused on launch. Now we're, really focused on bringing this utility to life. And I'm just so excited for everybody to see what we have in store. I think the marketplace, again, like Jim said, I'm super excited about the marketplace. I've been sitting on some fandom NFTs for a while, and so it'll be fun to see all of those out there, in addition to the AMC ones. And then, not to go back to the exclusive content, but I'm really excited for everybody to see what we have in store. The archives is just the first step. We have a lot more coming throughout the year.
Yeah, I think all of those things are just it's going to be so fun to see. And for me, I think the other thing is just the the community reactions and all of the things that the community does with the work that we put out there, and the dots that people connect that we didn't think about. To me, that's always so fun to see, the sort of the novel stuff that people come up with, and the twists and turns of story that how it's going to evolve as a collaboration between the community and the teams at DC and Palm NFT Studio and Dash 3D. So yeah, there's so much fun that we're going to have together, and I can't wait.
That's amazing. And we're already getting excited about trades. Jim's out here already trying to make deals on the call.
I'm already looking at Twitter. I've got a lot of amazing people. There's this one that looks like red and purple. It's like freaking dazzling. Yeah, you guys are fast. Awesome. And it's not that I might throw in a sketch. I will definitely throw in a sketch to sweeten the deal. So.
Incredible. Well, that's a trade I think everyone is ready to discuss. Everybody, any final thoughts before we just recap and hop off here? It's been a really fun talking to you about this journey, and like I said earlier, the enthusiasm you all have is infectious and really exciting to listen to.
Yeah, I think we've all been part of lots of other NFT projects. This community is just amazing. So thank you all. And we certainly won't disappoint.
Yeah, likewise, just so grateful. I'm just grateful to be part of this community, honestly, with everybody out there. It was so unexpected, I think, that it was going to be this amazing, this quick. So I think once we start actually getting the story and all the platform mechanics out there, and the community get their hands on it, I'm just, I'm frightened by how amazing this could all be.
I love that. Frightened by how amazing it could be, and you're so right.
We'll take care of you. We will protect you on this journey. You are in our safe space.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're in a room full of Batmen. You are in the place to be protected. Yeah, I mean, again, folks, the community that has been building here is really what makes this a Bat family. You have been so creative and inventive, and the way that you're all communicating and working together to kind of decode the clues that we have, and just like working together to share each other's creativity. It's really inspiring. I hope you've heard that in all of the conversation that we had today. Jim, any last thoughts?
No, I'm just looking at all the tweets I'm getting. Sorry, I'm distracted. No, look, I think this is great. I love the fact that we're on Discord. That we have 647 of you here. Super excited. And some of you guys got some sweet cowls. I will tell you, when I share mine, you'll be like, "What?" You obviously that I had no in or connection to this based on the cowls I got. But the customized one is beautiful, and I'm excited to share that with you all.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, just a quick recap for everybody that has been hanging out with us here. We do have comic voting coming up towards the end of June. Get ready to help shape an original Batman comic that will have a physical comic book that will launch shortly after that, sometime later this year. And also, don't forget that archive visit, more info to come there. That is a virtual visit. To specify once again, and also the secondary marketplace launching soon. Matt, do we have a date for that secondary marketplace yet?
May 31st.
May 31st. Put it on your bat calendars, folks, and get ready. I want to thank you all so much for taking the time today to hang out with us here on Discord. I also want to thank Josh and Matt and our very special guest, Jim Lee, for taking the time as well to roll out all of these cool announcements. I will leave everyone to head over to Jim's Twitter to start putting their trade ideas together. Thank you so much for taking the time. My name is Matt Little. Everyone, I hope you have a great day and keep Gotham safe.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.